I'm pretty sure this is hope I'm sure I'm recording here. Right. This is kind of just to be a quick test of the wide angle lens on this camera. So, apart from just in the mirrors, we should be cool to go. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit about me. I'm Dan, I'm an English person. Yeah, I'll go with that one. And, well, me looking, by the way, it's just me looking in the mirror. And it's kind of an experiment, really, because this, as I say, was going to be the motor vlogging channel. I do biking and talk, but as I say, previous videos, my bike went kaput in a big way. So kind of this video is part to see if I'm any good at vlogging. Probably maybe okay, probably. But I'll let the judges, in your case, you decide. So yeah, so kind of the format of these things. Well, if this is successful, which, well, hopefully it will be, I'll probably be doing this maybe once a week or something. Obviously editing times and all that kind of stuff applied, and, well, whenever you want to upload a thing. So yeah, I mean, it's just been one of these weeks, and I've not really been got round to doing one of these because, well, work, I've got a new job and everything, so which, yeah, inevitably delays things a bit, shall we say. One thing I got to watch instead of the camera is probably my speed. But yeah, so yeah, that's probably the most delayed why I've not been saying these things about doing these vlogs and them never materialising. But hopefully, if this one's a success, then hopefully it'll be more of a common theme. So I think go around themes really, because you know everyone has something to discuss, and we'll do it like that. So probably take this as an introductory video, as we say, of motor vlogging. And yes, I need to get some fuel because that is typical. It's one of these necessary evils of day-to-day life. Well, what good news though is that at least the petrol prices are starting to go down. Fantastic. So, yep, cheap fuel, everyone. Buckle up. This thing drinks fuel, even though it's a quite a modern Suzuki Swift. Yeah, that's typical. The one I want is completely cooled off, but it's not a problem because we always have another one on my side. And no, I've got the wrong pump because obviously my pump is on the other side. I'm so cool. Third time's a charm, and I'm probably not going to edit this out because, you know, general tomfoolery and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, that's me done for the bit. Hi, me again. Oh, just getting back in the car. This is kind of a test video. I'm not sure if this is still going to be the same video or what. Oh yes, editing. Well, I like to kind of start off by saying I'm quite a purist when it comes to editing stuff, because what I like to do, yes, so I probably like a massive load of editing there. For the quiet period, I was concentrating on the road, so I'm probably going to be editing that out. It's like expect to jump the cut, obviously. So yeah, it's been quite a lot of changes, and well, editing, as I say, I'm quite a purist approach with things. So I try to at least get editing as possible. I'm kind of a one-take person. It saves time, saves yeah, it saves time basically. But yeah, I mean, it's also another fact that it means I can make more content. You just skip ahead if you don't like it, and as I say, I mean, I try to make things as interesting as possible in this. There might be blank periods or periods I might not talk because I have to concentrate on the road. You know, the way it is, especially English roads. The camera pretty won't say it, but we drive on the left, so it's just something, you know. Weird, I know, for the Americans out there, but since most of my viewers are English anyway. But yeah, and I was seeing my mug all the time. I do apologise for any inconvenient faces that I make. Particularly my concentration face. And there's, you know, I like where I live, but you have to keep your eyes out on the roads, basically. So I know I try to address as much as possible in my Suzuki review, but no, not before that, about why I chose to have a car rather than a bike. And you know, at the end of the day, I'm a biker at heart, and I always will be. But just for practical reasons, obviously this has a roof. The helmet is the roof of a motorcycle. So yeah, but it's just one of those things, really. But it doesn't mean we can't have fun. It doesn't mean we can't still talk about bike-related stuff. From what I've learned, now the Chinaman's gone, as it were, the Chinaman bike. So yeah, but interestingly enough, the car does come with quite a few luxuries, like aircon, digital radio, which is not turned on with a copyright strike. Even though, yeah, you'll be surprised what they have being a content creator, how many strikes you get for doing just like the minutest amount of time, accidentally turning a bit of music on, for example. They probably would do it as a counter strike. But yes, so what was I going to talk about next? Oh yes, well, I'm an IT technician, that's my job, and one thing, this one's going to be about my role in IT, and people often say, well, what's the best bits about my job? Yeah, my best bits about the job is just having, actually that's quite a hard question to answer, actually, believe it or not. I think I like the satisfaction of helping someone out. I'd say that's it. I mean, I'm an IT technician at a college, so we're basically helping students, and you know, it all helps with education. However, bits I don't like is just basically, see, a lot of educational places here use they still have very old equipment, computer things, and well, suffice to say, yeah, they get harder and harder to maintain. The older the machines get, and obviously you also have to maintain things like when teachers have problems with IT equipment as well. And yeah, it's I get quite a lot of moans to put because obviously in the mornings all the teacher wants to do is do the registers, get in the morning, and they want to get start teaching. But unfortunately, computers don't never work that way. They're always on the slow side, and specifically because they're connected to a network, really makes things a lot slower. So it's going to be slower than a home laptop just because it's connected to a network. And it's kind of the first real IT tech job that I've had. So before then, I've been like fixing computers for mates and sorting out odds and ends. It's not contents really for computer people, and I built my computers for a long time now. I never seem to buy them from shops. PC World are the biggest bunch of rip-offs I've ever known my entire life, but you know, consumerism as it is, people are quite entitled to their opinions and where they go. So yeah, I mean, this one probably I'm not making any promising this will be any interesting much, but yeah, brain malfunction there. I won't promise this to be any interesting for most people, but well, at least some of you might find it interesting. And you know, when I start thinking about actual topics to discuss, I think things will suddenly become more interesting. Let's put it that way. So I'll think of some quite interesting topics that's happened recently, and especially beyond on this road. I think, yeah, traffic's a good one. And now, I'm going to talk about traffic, because obviously traffic's quite, you know, everyone can relate to traffic. Basically, on my day-to-day travels, it takes me about an hour and a half to get to work, which, as you know, is a long time. Anyway, I don't know why that bloke was doing that. And it seems getting more congested the longer this goes. More congested roads getting. People obviously speeding a lot more. I noticed. I mean, okay, all my friends say I drive like a granny, which is basically true. You know, I stick quite religiously to the speed limits, but the thing is, and 30 zones are a bit of a Nazi, because when things are 30, I expect everyone else around me to go 30. If the sign says 30, you go 30. If it says 40, you go 40. So obviously not Nazi in a literal way, but you know, Nazi in the fact that I'm very strict to what I do. Yeah, I can see the hate comments pouring in right now. But yes, so trolls is quite a good thing. You know, yeah, I mean, being a YouTube creator, you have to expect trolls. It's just part of YouTube. But you know, I'm saying this to other YouTube creators out here that seem like bullied by them. To be honest, don't react to them. If that's what they want you to do anyway, so they want you to react so they can react more. And they're just pointless. All they are is just some sad individuals who have no life. I wish I went there now. 1.7. That's even cheaper fuel. But yeah, they have no life, and all they want to do is take out their frustration or lack of life on others. Unfortunately, yeah, that is the internet. And trolls are something we should be expecting. But yeah, as I say, guys, just ignore them. I do. I've only had one so far, but even so, they're necessary on YouTube. I mean, they still view my videos and still get money for doing it. So you know, it can't all be bad, can it? So yeah, I mean, so that's a horrible roundabout that is. You probably not seeing this, but yes, that roundabout is quite nasty in the sense that in the sense that it's just, you have to be careful in your timings because cars going very speeds around that thing, and you know, people taking priority when they shouldn't be taking priority, and you know, yes, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, so I just hope this goes well, and you know, I hope I can do more videos like this. And it's a nice sunny day today. It's about 38 degrees, so it's a bit toasty. I've got the aircon fully on, adorned as it were. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoying yourself, guys. I'm pretty much there now, and anything else I'm probably going to edit out. My editing skills are rubbish. I'm not gonna lie to you. My editing skills are rubbish. I'm using iMovie, so Max for the win. Don't lie. No, I'm not gonna. I retract that statement. I retract that statement now. So I just know it in the comment section. I'm gonna get something. PCs are better than Max. Oh, Max are better than PC. Oh goodness me. Well, the people stop with that. Blatant fanboyism. It's like the most pointless thing, isn't it? AMD versus Nvidia. Yes, they're both good in different ways. Intel versus AMD. Good in different ways. PC versus Mac. Good in different ways. You know, Mac's being good, Mac's being crap, you know. PC's being good crap, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, they both have different uses. You just got to, yeah, you've just got to go with the flow, as it were. Okay, so the flow, what I'm talking about. Yeah, just... At the end of the day, guys, I mean, fanboyism, it's always going to be fanboyism. It's just one of those horrible facts about life, but everyone has a favourites, I suppose, and everyone's entitled to their favourites. It's just when people have no facts and are all opinionated about what they've heard about this certain brand, it's just mind-boggling. You know, I use all sorts of brands of computers. You know, I have no particular favourite. I like to go with like the system specs, for example, like gigahertz, rather than the marketing rhetoric that each company goes with. Because a lot of this marketing is just gimmicks, man. Anyway, like my motherboard, for example, is Ace Rock, with a built-in dehumidifier function. What the actual flip? A dehumidifier function. Oh, that pretty new. Actual dehumidifier function, which yes, is quite interesting. It's quite interesting, but I suppose the idea was there. I mean, apparently it's supposed to draw out the moisture in the motherboard, but running your CPU fan while the PC is off, well, let's put it this way. I don't think it'll make much of a difference. I don't think it's actually doesn't have a built-in dehumidifier itself in the actual motherboard. I think that would be rather costly, to say the least. But yeah, so coming into the trip now over here. So I hope you enjoyed yourselves, guys, and I'll see you next time.